Live. It's rolling. All right. We are live. Tansley Stearns. If you're ready to go, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready, Mike Lawson.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Mike Lawson here with CUbroadcast. Welcome back to our show. And on the today's show, oh my gosh, look who is back in our virtual studios for a live chat here on LinkedIn. Thanks for all you guys joining us. And we'll obviously, there'll be a recording afterward as well. But Tansley Stearns from Community Financial Credit Unions here. How are you, Tansley? Good to see you again.
I'm doing amazing. Great to see you, my friend.
Yeah. We were just talking before that we got the recording going. It's like, wasn't just like last week, 4th of July?
It feels like it. These summers just zip past us, especially in Michigan. You know, you enjoy the glorious weather all the time, and we cherish it in these tiny few months here in Michigan.
Yeah, enjoy it. Well, I think one of my favorite months, probably for the Northeast, is fall. So, I mean, fall, it doesn't get any better than that up in your neck of the woods for sure. So, all right, well, let's leave that stuff to the Weather Channel, and let's talk about some credit union stuff here today. We're going to talk about you're in the Cellar fundraiser event that's going to be taking place here. Oh my gosh, month and a week or two or something like that. It's going to be here before you know it.
September 20th. It'll be here right around the corner.
But I want to start out with a big congratulations to you on the recent news about you being inducted into America's Credit Union Museum Her Story exhibit. Congratulations on that. And how does it feel to be inducted into this esteemed group of women?
You know, I'm incredibly honored and humbled and enthusiastic. It's such a great opportunity to be able to, I hope, inspire other women to think about credit unions as a place to grow and have a career thrive. And so I'm just really, really honored that this is an opportunity to hopefully have others think about credit unions as a place to grow.
Well, I saw this and I went, it seems like you're just getting started.
I hope so.
Inducted into a Hall of Fame. Are you kidding me? But hey, good stuff all the way around. Congrats on that as well.
Thank you.
Well deserved. And all right, so let's chat about something pretty cool, way near and dear to your heart, all of our hearts, that is. And it's the upcoming In the Cellar event. Here's the big screen on the homepage there, taking place, like you said, Friday, September 20th. It's going to be here before you know it at this really cool place called Union Station in Chicago. Are you kidding me? But before we get into all those types of details, for those 1 or 2 people, Tansley, who may not have heard about this event, give us a quick refresher on what it's all about and how it came about.
Well, similar to Her Story, I feel very, very fortunate to have so many people ahead of me that have helped me to see a path. Yeah. And that is true within the Cellar. I had the opportunity to attend the California event, the most recent event, the Northwest Classic that happens annually, and the good folks that have planned those events to show the heart of credit unions and our commitment to children's hospitals inspired me to think about what we might do here in our Great Lakes region. And last year was our inaugural event. And very importantly, we focus not only on Children's Miracle Network hospitals, we also have the opportunity to lean into the issue of mental well-being and mental health. And that's become such an important concern for all of us, as think especially coming out of COVID, that this is impacting so many young people. And we were honored that the hospitals were willing to have that focus area come to life. And last year we raised over $900,000 for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And one of the things that I love about this, Mike, is that it is localized. So we actually, although we are in the Great Lakes region, had people come and join us from all over the country. And the real gift of CMN is that if you come from New York or you come from California, that localized giving occurs. So I think that's very meaningful for the credit unions that join us. So we can't wait for this year, and we're hoping we're going to end up north of $1 million raised.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not, because I mean, and for an inaugural event to raise over $900,000, are you kidding me? That's just off the charts success right there. So who knows what's going to happen in its sophomore year, its junior year, that type of stuff. So yeah, so really good stuff here. And I wanted to dive in a little bit deeper here to the Children's Miracle Network and Credit Unions for Kids benefit here. You talked about how you guys are really focusing on the mental health aspect. Can you share with me a little bit more about that and why why it's so near and dear to your heart as well to help with this issue going on in our country today?
You know, I think it matters because What's interesting about mental health is that there's a lot of shame attached to talking about it. And
Mhm.
if you look at the data today, kiddos are struggling in higher
Mhm.
numbers than ever. And
Mhm.
I have a 13-year-old daughter. We're in the thick of it with middle school. And I see how challenging it is to be a teenager and a kiddo today. And so
Mhm.
we wanted to be able to talk about this openly, to take that shame away, and to ensure that mental health is a focus area because if you break your arm or you have some other physical ailment, you don't ever hesitate to go and get the help that you
Absolutely.
need
Yeah. Yeah.
medically. The same should be true for our mental well-being. And there's a very close connection to mental health. And what's been really powerful as we've been able to talk to kiddos through their experience of CMN is that Children's Miracle Network hospitals are focusing on mental well-being, and kiddos are telling us that their experience of being in the hospital when they have more support
Mhm.
for that mental health
Mhm.
is helping them to be overall more well. And so we know that those things can't be divorced,
Yeah.
and the opportunity to carry that message forward is so important.
And to have this come from the credit union industry just makes it all that much sweeter, right?
It
So
sure does.
it's pretty cool. And having an event like this, it's pretty neat. Gosh, I think you talked about some of the other events across the country. The one out here in
Yeah.
California, up in Dana Point, and then the First Tech had their big golf tournament. I think it was last month.
It
And yeah,
does.
there's all. What are your thoughts on all of these really cool events happening? I think, Caroline Willard down in Texas,
Yeah.
or yeah, they're having their kind of a big barbecue concert type thing. They're doing something is pretty cool. I think Patty Corkery, Michigan Credit Union League, is doing something as well. So, what are your thoughts on how this is really kind of spread in a great way? It's very infectious in a good way. That Creighton's are really stepping up in all corners of the nation, if you will. What are your thoughts on that? Just seeing this momentum kind of steamrolling now.
What I love is that it is demonstrating the heart of credit unions in a really focused way. Credit unions have always been very generous in their giving, and sometimes it's really diffuse, and that makes it harder to tell our story.
Yeah.
And you know that I believe in storytelling as it relates to credit unions. And so I'm so thrilled that we are learning together, that we're coming together, supporting one another, and most importantly, focusing that support to kiddos across this country.
Yeah.
It's just so powerful. And CMN is just an incredible partner to credit unions. And like I said, what they've been able to do in terms of that localized giving, I think allows credit unions from around the country to come together.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's a really incredible way to support that giving.
Yeah, no matter where you are in the country, you can go to these events. Like you say,
Yes.
you went to some of these other ones that are outside of your neighborhood, so to
Yes.
speak. So yeah, so it's pretty cool how we all kind of come together for this big cause. So
That's
all right,
right.
so let's talk about the location. Tansley Stearns, are you
Yes.
kidding me? Union Station in Chicago. I got a couple of photos here for folks to look at. Look how gorgeous that place is. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
So
We are
tell me,
so
how did
excited.
you guys how did you guys get this place? And why Union Station? Because you mentioned before this isn't in Michigan. Obviously, this is in Chicago, Illinois.
Mhm.
So what made you guys choose Union Station? Obviously, it's pretty neat. So
Yeah. So when we started in the Cellar, one of the things that we wanted to do was rotate the location. So that's been our plan
good idea.
since we started. And we really think that creating joyful and memorable events is a part of the magic of having that fundraising continue to grow.
Mhm.
And I spent several years of my early 20s living in Chicago. So I'm really passionate about the city and enthusiastic to spend time there. And Beth Schnabel, who is leading the event planning for us, found that Union Station was available and made sure that we locked it
Cool.
down. And
Okay.
of course, we'll be talking a little bit on September 20th about where we're going to be next year. So I'll leave
Okay.
you with the curiosity gap, and it's going to be incredible.
Oh
So
my gosh. All right.
yeah,
Now we're
more
sitting
to
on
come.
pins and needles. Well, I'm sure. I mean, I interviewed Tom Kane a few weeks
Mm,
ago, and he's just he's over the moon about this because this is in his neighborhood in Chicago. So
yes,
he
yes.
can't wait for it. So yeah. So like you said, we're kind of bringing everybody together. So tell me about some of the activities that are
Mhm.
planned, because you guys really do it up right, especially just based on what you guys did last year in Michigan. So share with me some of the activities that are planned.
So one of the things that was really inspiring to me was going to the First Tech Northwest Classic, and they have a CEO roundtable. And we learned from that, and we kicked that off last year. And so this year, the CEO roundtable is going to be absolutely fantastic. We have Will Gadara, who's a wonderful author and speaker. He wrote Unreasonable Hospitality, and he's connected to the Bear, which is a magnificent show if you haven't watched it yet. So he's going to be there with us. We also have Keith and Evan, who are folks that we partner with here at Community Financial. They've been helping us with affordable housing issues, and they've got a fantastic show on HGTV called Bargain Block. And so they're going to talk a little bit about that work. And then we've got some folks that people are very familiar with. We've got a panel with Jim Nussel and Terrence Williams and Chuck Fagan. So they can tell us a little bit about the state of our industry and the good work that they're doing. And then we've got one more surprise guest that I think everybody's going to really enjoy. So it's going to be all kinds of great brain food in the morning and early afternoon, and then a little bit of time to get ready and get fancy and all gussied up. And then in the evening, we will have an opportunity to break bread, make a toast to kiddos, and then have all that generosity come to life so that children's mental well-being is being supported.
Good deal. Good deal. So what are some of the goals besides setting the expectation of raising over $1 million for Children's Miracle Network hospitals? What other goals do you guys have for this event?
Like I said, one of the things that we want to make sure that we do is that this is an opportunity for us to tell the story of credit unions. As we tell our story, we have the opportunity to serve more human beings, and serving more human beings in credit unions means that we can change the world and ensure that people's impossible dreams come to life. And so that's ultimately what we want to make sure of. Obviously, share this story of Children's Miracle Network hospitals and the focus on mental well-being, take away some of that stigma. And Mike, we just want to have a joyful time. I just wrote a piece last week about joy and how much it matters. And this is an opportunity for collaborative people from across our industry to have fun together. That's a big part of who we are as credit unions, and we're going to make that happen. And
there is nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun, because like you said, that joy, and your blog post on joy was fantastic, by the way. We'll put a link in that in the show notes too. That was awesome. So well done on that. All right. Anything else here to add to wrap? Did I forget anything, Tansley? I know there's probably something that I forgot, but
no,
I can't wait to be there. And
you're going to be there. So when people join us, they can come say hello to you. So that'll be great.
Exactly. And we're going to try to broadcast live as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun too. So yeah, I'm going to do my little Ryan Seacrest red carpet type thing or something like that. But the main show is going to be you guys and Children's Miracle Network hospitals and all the great credit union folks that are going to be there providing their support. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. Good time.
I just want to say, don't miss it, friends. There's still time to raise your hand. We'd love to have you join us. We're going to have a blast, and we're going to change the world. It's a great combination.
There it is. All right. September 20th in Chicago at Union Station. We'll put a link in the show notes so you can get right to it. And then, like Tansley said, it's still not too late to sign up and get there, because it's going to be an event that you're always going to be remembered. Because I'm still remembering last year's. Are you kidding me? That was just epic. So yeah, so good stuff. All right, Tansley, I'm going to let you get back to work. Thank you so much again. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you so much.
Likewise. And that is it. Well done.